Niche versus authority websites. In the last video, we looked at what a niche is. In this one, I want to go a little bit deeper and show you the two different types of websites you can have when it comes to affiliate marketing, as it's really important to understand this from the start to ensure you give yourself the best chances of success when it comes to affiliate marketing. So what are these different types of sites you talk about, Josh? Well, the first one is literally what we call niche sites. So a niche site is a website that focuses on a specific topic, as we just covered in the previous video. Niche websites are very specific, and they only focus on a specific set of keywords or a solution to a specific problem. And note how many times I am saying the word specific, because that is what niche sites are literally all about. Websites on specific topics. So what are the pros and cons of niche sites? Well, some of the pros of niche sites is that they are cheaper to build. Now, when I say cheaper, this is in comparison to authority websites, as we're going to cover in the next slide. As you are only building out a website on a specific topic, you don't have to produce as much content in comparison to an authority website. As you have less content, you're going to have less pages on your website, so it's going to result in you building less backlinks as well, which is of course going to reduce the overall cost. The second pro of a niche site is that they're also quicker to build. Going back to my first point, as you are only writing content for a specific topic, you don't have that many pages to build, so it's also a lot quicker to go ahead and build a niche website. Again, I don't want to make it sound like this is very quick, you can do it in 1 hour. That definitely is not the case, but it's quicker when you compare it to an authority website. The third benefit of a niche site is that it's actually easier to rank as well. You see, when it comes to SEO, if Google does not know what your website is about, then it won't rank you for relevant search terms, meaning you will get no traffic. However, when you create a niche site, you are literally telling Google that your whole website is just about a specific topic. So Google will have no confusion whatsoever what your website is about and will be more likely to return your website to users when carrying out a search for anything related to your topic. And this whole concept is called relevancy. Your website needs to be niche relevant to rank for niche relevant terms. To give this some more context, as I always like to go a little bit above and beyond just to make sure everyone fully understands what I'm saying in these lectures, if you are lucky enough to own the website weightlosspillreviews.com, then that will be classified as a niche website. Why? Because that's a pretty specific niche. Not only is your website related to weight loss, it's actually about a specific product in the weight loss niche. Weight loss pills. So it's very clear to Google what your website is about. Your website is about weight loss pill reviews. And Google is able to understand this, so whenever a user goes onto Google and carries out a search for anything related to weight loss pill reviews, your website is more likely to be returned to the user, and of course that is going to relate in free traffic to your website. However, we can actually go a step further if we want and create an even more niche down website such as bestfenpills.com. For clarity, Fen is a type of weight loss pill, so this is even more niche as not only is a site about weight loss pills, it's only about one specific type of weight loss pill. Now, you don't have to niche down this much. You can just stick with the first level of niche downness, if that's even a word, but pretty much the main takeaway here is that a niche site is focused on a specific topic. They don't talk about anything else outside of the main niche. For example, you would not see this same website, weightlosspillreviews.com, talking about the best laptops under $500, for example, as that is a completely different niche. So what are the cons of a niche website? Well, a niche website, as we just covered, is going to be difficult to expand. So if you do intend on growing your website in the future and you want to branch out and write content for other niches, then you cannot really do this with a niche website. Well, I mean, yes, you can publish that content on the best laptops under $500, but it's going to be hard to convince Google that your website is the best resource for that content, as you don't really have any other content on your website about laptops. In addition to that, you've already just told Google that your whole website is about weight loss pill reviews. So when it comes to expansion, niche sites definitely have the limitations. Another con of a niche site is that it puts more strain on niche research. Now, when I say niche research, I'm pretty much referring to the whole process you follow to find a profitable niche. You are literally putting all your eggs in one basket when you create a niche website, as if that niche does not perform as well as you hoped, then you pretty much would have wasted all of your time building out that website, and you don't have the opportunity to expand into another niche either. However, don't worry too much about this, it's not really a con if you follow the process and the strategy which I'm going to show you when it comes to finding profitable niches. The third and final con of a niche website is that you have a capped income. So it kind of relates back to the first con of difficult to expand. So if you end up creating your niche website, you've covered all the content, you're ranking really high on Google for all of your main terms, and you're making good money. If you want to grow the income of this site further, then you pretty much can't do that. If you already covered the whole topic and you're already ranking high, then your income is going to be capped. Whereas with an authority website, that is not the case. However, again, I wouldn't even see this as too much of a con, as you can just literally go out there and build another niche website. But again, it all comes down to what suits you. So that is what a niche website is. Let's take a look at what the second type of website is. The second type of website is called authority sites. Authority sites focus on a high level of categorization and are more broader. Here is an example of an authority website. It's this website right here called expertreviews.co.uk. It's actually a really good website, but as you can see, they have categories on this website for lots of different topics. They have home and garden here at the top, baby and kids, health and beauty, sports and leisure, travel, and just general best buys. But pretty much you can see this website does not focus on one particular topic. It writes content for lots of different topics. So this is pretty much the opposite of a niche website and is what we call an authority website. So what are the pros of authority websites? Well, the number one benefit of having an authority website is that it's easier to diversify and expand. As we just saw on that website of Expert Reviews, if you find out one particular topic or niche is not doing that well for you, you can literally go ahead and create a whole other topic on your website and then start to write content and generate commissions for that topic. The second benefit of authority websites is that as it's easier to diversify and go into different topics on your same website, you have a higher income potential. The earning potential of your website is simply not limited to that one niche. You can go out there and write content for other niches too. Now let's take a look at the flip side and look at the cons of authority websites. So the first con is that they are more expensive to build. As you are not just writing content for one specific topic, you may be writing content for 4 or 5 different topics, which means you need more content, more pages to build, more time formatting, uploading the content on your website. And as you have more pages, it also means you have more pages to build backlinks to, which is going to have a drastic impact on the amount of money you need to invest to get this site doing really well. The second con of authority websites is, of course, as you are writing content in multiple topics, it's going to take you a lot longer and require more of your time to build out the website. The third con of authority websites is that they are also harder to rank. If you remember what I said earlier about when Google knows what your website is about, that is when it will return your website to users. That's the concept of topical relevancy, as I ran through earlier, but pretty much as you are writing content in multiple niches, Google is going to be a little bit confused as to what your website is about. After a time when you've written lots of content on your website, you've done all the SEO foundation work, you built lots and lots of backlinks, then Google will of course understand what your website is about, but it's going to take you a lot longer in comparison to if you had a niche website. So please do bear that in mind. The fourth con of authority sites is that you have all your eggs in one basket. Now, sometimes your site will have a sudden decrease in rankings and you'll literally go from generating thousands of visitors a month to literally just a few hundred. Now, that could be due to a Google algorithm update. And if that does happen and you have an authority website, which is pretty much the main source of your income, then all your eggs are in one basket and you can experience a massive decline in your website's affiliate revenue. However, if you had a niche website, for example, and the same thing happened, you can go out there and build another niche website and rank a lot quicker than the time it would take you to generate the same results you had for your first original authority site. So again, just to clarify and to give more context, an example of an authority website is expertreviews.co.uk. So that's the two different types of sites you can have. So what is my recommendation that you focus on? I recommend you focus on building niche websites, especially if you are a beginner. And of course, the income is only going to be capped if you build one website. You can build multiple websites in different niches if you want. You can diversify your affiliate income very easily by having 2 different sites in 2 different niches. And of course, that stops you having all your eggs in one basket. And the great thing about going for this option of a niche websites as well is that if you want to offload one, maybe you no longer find it interesting, or you just have no interest in the website, you can literally go ahead and sell that one specific niche website whilst retaining your other niche websites. So instead of selling your whole portfolio, which you would have to do if you had an authority site, you can just sell any site in particular out of your niche website portfolio. Niche websites are definitely the best way to go for sure. However, of course, this is just my personal recommendation. You are free to do whatever you feel is best for you and suits your specific needs. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.